Man, this World Cup is kind of crazy, especially with these African teams. Oh my gosh, man. I'm Nigerian, I'm half Nigerian, so, I'm rooting for my West African teams in the World Cup of Senegal, Cameroon, and Ghana, but they've disappointed me. All Senegal, Cameroon, and Ghana, the black African teams have lost their first games of the World Cup. Very disappointed. Senegal lost to Netherlands. Today, Ghana lost to Portugal, and also today, Cameroon lost to Switzerland. And all three games actually have been close games. Cameroon had several chances to score against Switzerland. Cameroon had a decent amount of attacking chances against Switzerland. It's just that Cameroon just isn't clinical at finishing. Cameroon wasn't clinical in finishing goal scoring against Switzerland. Same thing with Ghana against Portugal. Come on, at the last minute against Portugal, Ghana had a chance by a goalkeeper mistake. Goalkeeper gave up the ball and Nanaki Williams slipped before he could attempt to shoot that open goal. Oh my gosh, all the games have been close. I can tell you why Ghana lost to Portugal, man. First of all, Ghana's coach, Odo Addo, he started the wrong players. Throughout the friendly matches, Ghana played a few friendly matches before the World Cup. Ghana played against Brazil, Nicaragua, and Switzerland, for friendly matches in preparation for the World Cup. And throughout the three friendly matches that Ghana had, it was obviously shown who our good players are, who Ghana's good players are, and who Ghana's bad players who aren't so great are. It was clearly shown against Brazil and Switzerland that the Ayew brothers of Ghana are not good enough to play for the Ghana Black Stars. The Ayew brothers, Jordan Ayew and Dede Ayew, I believe that's their names, they didn't play well against Brazil in their friendly match, and they did not play well against Switzerland in their friendly match. So how come Odo Addo is giving certain players, the Ayew brothers specifically, favoritism? If the Ayew brothers are never playing well when you play them in friendly matches, why would you start them for the World Cup? So African teams, African coaches specifically, they always have this problem of management. I'm sure it's not only the coaches, Odo Addo. I'm sure the Ghana staff over the team, is telling Odo Addo, the coach of Ghana, to start certain players, or maybe there's some type of corruption, where maybe the Ayew brothers are paying off Odo Addo, and the Ghana football managers to let them play. Man, there's so much better players than the Ayew brothers for Ghana. Kofi Kiede has shown he has a remarkable playmaking ability in the friendly matches against Brazil, against Nicaragua, against Switzerland. Kofi Kiede has created several scoring chances in those friendly matches before the World Cup for Ghana. So how come he didn't get that start for Ghana? I already made another YouTube video saying that Kofi Kiede, this team needs to be built around Kofi Kiede. He's the best playmaker and the most technically, fundamentally sound player for the Ghana Black Stars. Kofi Kiede, he can keep ball possession. He's a good defender. He knows how to hold on to the ball. He knows how to pass the ball accurately. Come on, man. Kofi Kiede is actually a better midfielder and playmaker than fucking Thomas Partey. I watched the game against Portugal, and Thomas Partey did not play so well against Portugal. You know, um, IU brothers played horribly as expected against Portugal. I knew before even the game, the Ghana's game against Portugal started. I knew that the only way the decision of Ghana winning, or before even the World Cup game against that Ghana had against Portugal, I knew that that game would be decided, win or loss, over Odo Addo's decision of who to start against Portugal. I knew Odo Addo was not going to start certain players against Portugal because African coaches had this favoritism. I already noticed that Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, the Ayew brothers always get to start for Ghana. No matter how horribly they play every game, they still get to start, man. And if Odo Addo, the coach for Ghana, played the right lineup and didn't play the Ayew brothers, I definitely know that Ghana would have beat Portugal. Ghana had a friendly match against Switzerland right before the World Cup. Ghana's last friendly match, last game before the World Cup, was against Switzerland. And pretty much none of the players who started and won against Switzerland played against Portugal for the first World Cup game, Ghana. And that's fucking crazy. A couple of the players, who played against Switzerland, Kofi Kier, they came in like the last 10 minutes against Portugal. But come on, man. That's crazy that Odo Addo did not start anyone who dominated against Portugal, played them or anything. Sulemana dominated Switzerland in that friendly match. Was fast, played well against Switzerland, did not get to play against Portugal. Kofi Kier created some scoring chances against Switzerland. He did not get to play against Portugal in the first World Cup game. I mean, he played the last 10 minutes. Kofi Kier actually should have started against Portugal. In the first half of the Switzerland game, in the friendly match right before the World Cup, the Ayew brothers played horribly, and they still ended up starting the next game against Portugal, man. Come on, man. Hopefully, Odo Addo gets things right and starts the right lineup next game. Come on, no Gideon Mensah. Come on, man. It was a lineup problem, man. Odo Addo, coach of Ghana, the Ghana Black Stars, man. He picked the wrong players. And the players he picked were not creative on the field. The defenders were never passing the ball forward to push for an attack. They were giving Portugal way too much respect. Ghana in the first half of the game against Portugal was playing very scared. They were giving Portugal too much respect. They were just passing the ball backwards instead of forward to attack. Ghana kept passing the ball backwards and side to side to each other. You're not going to score unless you push the ball forward. And Ghana didn't have that confidence. But now, Ghana got its foot wet, against Portugal. So now they lost against Portugal. Now they don't have anything to lose. And, Ghana has more confidence from playing against Portugal. And hopefully, they play the right lineup. I know Ghana is still good enough to advance from this group. Man. Oh, man. All the mistakes these African teams are making. I predicted because I already knew, watching the friendly matches of Senegal, Cameroon, and Ghana, I already know their weaknesses and their strengths. And all their weaknesses so far has been shown, and I already knew that their weaknesses before the World Cup could potentially cause them some problems in this tournament. And hopefully these African teams, Senegal, Cameroon, and Ghana, can get their stuff together, become more clinical around goal. Tomorrow morning, Senegal plays against Qatar. Hopefully they play the right lineup. Their problems, Senegal and Ghana's problem so far really is the coaches didn't play the right lineup. Senegal, didn't play the right midfield. All the coaches of Senegal, Cameroon, Ghana, they just need to make some position changes and everything will be better. All right, you guys, peace.